this should be able to come at a middle ground, and I hope that you can touch of it. As I conclude, because of time, I know there are many speakers today. Mine is to call upon our brothers and sisters from the different private sector entities to come together to ensure that we take our critical strategic objectives to the leaderships at the summit levels. And of course, I can't go without inviting you to the beautiful countryside. We are a few kilometers away from the equator. We have some of the most magnificent and beautiful places. Kampala's nightlife is unbeatable. They say Ugandans and people in Kampala never go to sleep. But more importantly, to invite you to the wonderful food, cuisine, the heritage sites. Where we are right now, ladies and gentlemen, was the epicenter of the Uganda Matters. The first matter was mattered a few kilometers from here, and there is a basilica where you can go and visit. But I want to interest you in a small story about Ugandans. Now, in Uganda, we have the northern part, the east and west, central, and the southern part. Research has shown in Uganda, when they are dancing, they dance with the northern parts of their heads. So they tend to concentrate on the head, which is the northern part. The people from eastern and western Uganda, the Bakonjo, like to use their western and eastern parts to shake their bodies. The people in central Uganda use the central part of their bodies to shake their bodies. And for us from the south and southwest, we use the southern part of our feet. If anybody would like to contest that, you should go outside there and see how those people are doing their job. And welcome to the Pearl of Africa. Karibu sana. Thank you very much.
Yebare munga mshija we wakoraji. The next speaker, Lady Fiona Wall, has interests in public relations and has gone up to the top of that. She's a Ugandan lawyer and has led the association of those in this country and is a regular on talk shows in this country. I have interviewed her several times and I can confidently say she's exceptionally brilliant, and you're going to find out in a few seconds.
The Right Honorable Rebecca Alitwala Kadaga, First Deputy Premier of the Republic of Uganda and Minister for East African Community Affairs, Honorable Ambassador Ezekiel Nibigira, Chair of the East African Council of Ministers and Minister for East African Community Affairs, Youth, Culture and Sports, Republic of Burundi. Allow me to recognize all the East African Business Council, Mr. Simon Kaheru, Uganda chapter. As we embark on this significant occasion, I would like to warmly welcome you to the Republic of Uganda and to state that my big brother, Stephen, has done the Pearl of Africa justice. One of our directors has been asking me that you don't have any pearls in Uganda. Why do you call yourselves the Pearl? Well, most of the names that we give our countries came from some of the people who discovered us in colonial times. And we know that Winston Churchill wrote a whole epitaph about how Uganda is indeed the Pearl of Africa. So we don't have to have pearls, we are the Pearl. I would like to extend great thanks to our chief guest, the Honorable the Right Honorable. I want to say that this journey for this summit began many months ago in her office. I want to thank you so much that when we came to you and asked for your support, you were very willing, and we all know her as a hands-on leader. Our guests, this year the East African Business Council is making 25 years in existence. And as we do this, I would like to recognize our directors. Mr. Vice Chair, if you'll allow me. We have Mr. Jas Bedi, Vice Chair from Kenya. Of course, our Vice Chair, Mr. Dennis Calera, is here. We have Ms. Angelina Ngalula, the chairperson, who is not here, but I would like to recognize Mr. Antoine Muzaneza, Ms. Amelie Ningaza, Mr. Delphine Kaza, Mr. Ali Amour, Mr. Businje Rabogo, Stuart